Hello, this is Annette Stanton. I hope you're having a fabulous day. I wanted to share with you about the coaching model that I absolutely love, which is what took me further into a true understanding of the art and science of coaching. And that model is what is called the who, what, and how model. So, how does that work? Well, there came a stage in my life where I had hit rock bottom. I was running a personal training business, and I was diagnosed with chronic fatigue because at the same time I went through a divorce and the business flatlined. So chronic fatigue, personal trainer don't quite go together, do they? So I literally hit rock bottom, and I was back at a phase in my life where I was deciding whether, where to from here. I was about to turn 40 and literally back at mum and dad's place starting again. Didn't have any particular reserves financially to support myself. So I was in a position where it was like, well, where am I now at this stage in my life? Do I want to step into a new career path? I really didn't know. So, when you can get to a stage where you just feel so lost but there's something inside that you're meant to be doing, yet uncertain. And when you're going through an emotional turmoil like a divorce or grief of any kind, it's very, very hard to identify what your next steps are and to gain that clarity of vision, which I knew I once had, but I knew it wasn't working for me the way it used to. And what I thought and felt that success looked like and achieving in life looked like didn't quite give me the fulfillment that I was hoping for. And I couldn't understand why, because I'd achieved all these goals in life, and I was doing a lot of things in life and my business life and career path, and I thought, what's missing? There's something missing deep inside, and I just couldn't pinpoint what it was. So obviously that's why my high achieving personality needed to hit rock bottom so that I could have a clean slate to start again. So, I certainly don't want that of you, to be hitting rock bottom to really find who you truly are. And ultimately, by having the chronic fatigue, for me, what I learnt was how to become my own best friend without trying to push myself in the goal getter, goal setter type personality, high achiever, go make it happen, striving and thriving outside of myself, where I never truly felt like I was enough. Nothing I achieved was enough inside. So, when you sort of feel like, well, I thought when I achieved this, I'd feel a different way, or I'd feel successful, and then it's like, we're on to the next goal. Yeah. So I used to be like that, not any longer. So one of the things, what I want to share with you today is more about how did I go from that phase of that high achieving personality nature inside of myself to then find, let's call it the flow. Okay, I like to call it working and living in your zone. Okay, it's identifying what your zone is, because a lot of us get caught up with looking outside the square, and we're identifying what success looks like from the outside in versus the inside out, which is one of the first steps that my coach back then, which was now 17, 18 years ago, said to me, what is your definition of success, at a heart and soul level, from inside out. So I really had to define, well, what was that about for me? And, that's one of the things that I encourage you to do is, if you're in a transition and that no matter what you've achieved or received in life, there's still some sort of unfulfillment or discontentment. It's not about the next goal. It's not about chasing after the next, whatever bright, shiny object, hoping that, when I achieve that, then I'll feel this way, or feel successful, or be seen, to be seen a certain way, based on what success looks like from outside in. And, a lot of us are chasing after something that ultimately you're never going to get. Now, what I mean by that is more about, it's the feeling on the inside, because it's very short-lived, and that's why we tend to go for the next goal and the next goal, hoping to find something that we feel is missing inside. And one of the things that I learnt was around identifying what my unmet need was. Why was I chasing particular goals? Hoping in order to meet a need inside of myself of not feeling confident enough, not feeling worthy enough, or successful enough, or recognized or acknowledged enough, or loved enough. All those needs that all humans do have, and we need that. But are you actually giving that need to yourself? And do you know what your top, 4 needs are that you would generally react to in life? Most of us, it's a reactional mode that occurs. And are you meeting those needs for yourself from inside out? Because a lot of the times, and I used to do this, is I was hoping to get my needs met from, people, places and things, and hoping that especially people or relationships that I was in at the time would really know what I needed without even telling them. So the irony of that, how would I ever get my needs met if I didn't firstly know what they were, how to articulate what they were, and then how to get that met, and then to communicate that, right? So I fast-tracked it by getting in touch with what my needs were, what was important to me, and how did I then treat myself around getting that need met? Or was I still pointing the finger with 3 fingers coming back, looking outside, well, you don't love me enough, you don't acknowledge me enough, why the comparisons all the time, and feeling like a sense of something's missing, or a sense of your own sense of belonging, and so forth, yeah? So if you want to feel content from inside out, really meet your own needs. And it's not about the, I'm okay over here and I'm an independent person. It's not that at all. It's about meeting the needs that intrinsically are inside of you, so that you can be a better person. You become more grounded. You become highly emotionally intelligent as well, because you're not as reactive to life. You're not as reactive to communication styles, at work, at home, whatever the case might be for you. And it takes time to do this, to really reflect on it. And if you really want to find out more about that, then go to my website, which is AnnetteStanton.com, and check out my book called The Power of Vision, which is a story about how I went from my chronic fatigue, divorce, flatlined, uncertain about business, through to then transforming my whole life, career and business success in a way that honours my vision and the values from inside out. And how did I create high emotional intelligence so that I could stay grounded and on the path that is authentic to myself? So if that's something that you're interested in, then hopefully that tip can support you. And again, if you want to check out my website, or I'll place the link underneath, and you can actually click on that and purchase the book online if you would like to find out more. Otherwise, give me a call if you're interested in further support through coaching. Then private message me, and we can have a conversation about that. I'd love to support you and find out where we're at, and see if I'm the right coach for you, and see whether you're the right client for me, so that we can support you in your evolving path in moving forward and transforming the life and business that you truly know you want to be living. Have a fabulous day. This is Annette Stanton. Thank you, and bye for now.